Hey everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is Fish or Price Ranch. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Sarah with Fish or Price Ranch. First off, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So I thought I'd bring you guys along. I'm out here watering the orchard. I'm tired, I just came up the hill. And we're watering all the trees and shrubs and everything that we've planted. We've planted over 100 things on this property. And because we're off grid and limited money, we have to water by hand with a hose. So it takes probably 2 to 3 hours to water everything, and dragging 400 feet of hose all over the property. So anyway, but I wanted to show you guys some of the things that are growing and we're really excited about. So right now this is just one of our crab apples. We planted a few of these to help pollinate all of our apple trees. We didn't plant a bunch, and we are going to plant more. We've got, you can see that tree there, that one's a pear tree. Behind this tree we've got an apple tree and a peach. I just watered that one, that's another crab apple. Or I'm sorry, no, that's a plum. We have a plum over here in that pile there. Anyway, so we've got trees all over, but I've got a peach tree over there we got to get down to, and a couple other ones. So what we do, because it's been so dry, is we heavily water. We fill this up, big old pool of water, and then we're watering around the tree as well, just to help kind of make the water go a little farther. If we only filled that up, it's going to help water all the dry stuff around it and take away from the tree. So we do kind of water around the tree and heavily fill up a pool of water for it. Now this poor tree did not make it. This was one of our plum trees. So I'm still watering it just to keep the ground moist over here, because we are going to replant this spot. So we are still watering it in the meantime, just so it doesn't completely dry out and we have to start completely fresh. So we did plant all of these just last year. We put in our orchard last year. We put in a lot of small trees, but we did buy a few that were larger. They're about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet tall. So we do have a few that are bigger, and I have some exciting news on, out of the 19 trees that we put in the orchard, one of them is producing. So as soon as we get over there, I'll show you guys that one. So this one unfortunately was one of our big 4 to 5 foot tall apple trees, and as you can see, the whole top died. Luckily, it did come back at the base. We're still having problems with the rabbits coming in and chewing everything, so we're going to have to possibly fence these off. We're hoping not to have to do that, but here's the whole top that we had to cut off, which was very unfortunate. This is a Golden Delicious apple, one of my favorites. So hopefully it will come back nice and strong. I know it won't be a full tree anymore. It'll probably be more bushy, which is fine, but as long as it makes it. So this here is one of our pear trees. It's looking a little bit sad today. We need to fix the berm on it. It floods right down this hill, and I think it filled in too much. Alright, so this one holds quite a bit of water, luckily, and I think that's why this tree is so happy. But this is our peach tree, and check it out! We have peaches! And there's like a whole bunch. They're just hiding all over the entire tree. So we're really excited about it. Check that out. So hopefully, as long as we can keep the birds and the rabbits away, we should have some peaches this fall. So while we're out watering trees, we fill up the goats, and I feel like I don't have any goats. I think they're all over the hill, in that far pasture over there, and out there eating their hay or relaxing under the trees. But man, is it quiet. Alright, so we're back to watering trees. I wanted to show you guys this cool area. So we have a plum tree right there, and this is what we're calling our hangout. And we've got a plum tree right there, and one on each corner. There's one over there between the wires. There's one right there in the shade. But we put up this little hoop thing, and we planted a bunch of grapes around it. And the grapes are actually doing well. The vines, we weren't sure if they were going to make it. It got real dry there for a while, and we didn't see any leaves, but suddenly they exploded. And so we actually have little bunches of grapes on them. So we're actually going to get grapes this year. We're really excited, but we're hoping this whole thing will be full within a year or two. And we can just hang out underneath. We'll have a little table and chairs in there. We'll have the plum trees out here, and then we'll plant a nice cover crop around it so it's nice and green. Check it out. There's a little bit of grapes right there. One little bunch on that section. We've got a little bunch on each of them. We're going to plant another one in the middle there and one there. Alright, so if you guys remember, we lost Peppermint during the winter, and we buried her, and we planted a tiny little stick over her. I wanted to show you guys what that stick looks like now. Well, there it is, a nice little catalpa tree. It's probably already about 1.5 feet tall. It's grown almost a foot since we planted it, and I just got some peppermint, and so I'm going to be planting a peppermint patch around this tree in her memory, and this will be called Peppermint's Patch. So I'm glad that the tree is doing well. Has a lot of fresh growth on it, and these trees are so beautiful, and they get orchid-like flowers that you could smell like a half a mile away. And so anyway, it's doing really well, and I can't wait to see it in bloom in a couple years. Well, finally made it to the top of the hill, and if you look way over there, you can see the goats. They're out there. I only see a few of them. There's probably, oh, there's another one way over there between the trees. Oh, there's one right there. Hi, capers. Hi, baby. So yeah, it looks like they're all hanging out, eating, and relaxing in the shade. Alright, you guys, I hope you all enjoyed following along as I watered and kind of showing you guys what we planted and stuff. I'm taking a short break. I've been out there watering for 3 hours. I am almost finished. I probably have another 20 trees to water, but I needed a break. It's hot. We're in the middle of our seasonal drought area. We got a couple more weeks before monsoons hit. I cannot wait for that. Hopefully then we won't have to water at all. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.